Alright, this is Vegeta8259, and I have finally finished painting and building my Master Grade Sazabi conversion kit. So, as you can see, I've got them displayed with the gigantic beam bazooka right there. And I think I'm really pleased with the way this turned out. For me, this is one of those model kits that just gave me a headache just about every chance it could. You ever have one of those kits that you're building and painting and it almost seems like the kit has a mind of its own and it has an agenda to try and screw you up at every turn? That was one of those kits for me. I've had kits like that before, but not in a good while, but this is one of those for me. But anyway, finally got past all the problems and Sazabi's finally done. Let's see. I guess as far as the actual construction goes, I used the CoreWorks conversion kit. For those of you who didn't watch my work in progress videos on the original Bandai Master Grade Sazabi, which is a conversion kit that's meant to improve the proportions of the kit. And I think it looks really, really nice. It was an SMS recast of the CoreWorks conversion, so some of the usually SMS's stuff is really good, and the casting quality for this conversion was really good, but I found that some of the parts didn't fit quite as well as they should. They were kind of tight, so I ended up having to heat those up with some hot water so I could kind of get those resin parts soft and flex them into place, but eventually I got everything fitting right. And as far as colors go, I basically went with Sazabi's normal color scheme. I used a dark red for most of the body, as seen here on the legs. And then Sazabi has a few parts that are a brighter red, like here on the chest, the centerpiece here. The head is a brighter red. These ends of the shoulders right here are a brighter red. I'm not really sure if that's showing up on camera very well, but the difference is more noticeable in real life. For the inner frame, I basically just went with primer gray. I thought that the light gray would be a good contrast with all the red and black from the rest of the mobile suit. All of the yellows I did with Tamiya Camel Yellow, which is basically the same shade of yellow I use on every Gundam kit. Black is just plain black, and then all of the other, like, I did some gunmetal stuff like on the beam bazooka. That's just like Rust-Oleum metallic gray. And let's see what else. White, that's just plain white, of course. That's pretty much it. The colors are really self-explanatory. A lot of people ask me about like what brand and what name are the spray colors that I use, and I don't know, I just feel that it's not really all that important to be so concerned about what brand of paint you're using as it is about just, you know, going into the store and looking for what color you need, because I use all kind of different brands of paint. I don't look for a brand name, I look for a color. For example, Rust-Oleum just happens to have the best blue that I like, so I use Rust-Oleum for the blue on all my Gundam kits, well, most of them anyway. And that's why I don't use, you know, anything else. Tamiya has a pretty nice blue, but Rust-Oleum's a lot cheaper and a lot easier to get. Anyway, the weapons also are painted. The giant resin B-Club shield, which will be supported on the arm. The first time I kind of assembled the kit with just the inner frame, I put this big shield on the arm and it wouldn't support it, but I tried it again after I finished the kit and it does support it. So the weight issues were kind of a false scare right there. Got both beam rifles painted, the plastic version and the resin version. Got all of the beam weapons painted, the beam sword with the beam effect parts, which used to be green and I repainted yellow with some gradient effects on there. Same thing with the beam tomahawk and the two beam sabers. And we get this extra little beam sword slash beam tomahawk, but the beam effect parts won't fit into it, unfortunately, because this is from the B Club kit. We get lots of extra hands. I decided to paint a dark gray on the back of the hand just to throw in a little bit of color variation. And yeah, as far as the decals go, I pretty much just used all the decals that came with the CoreWorks conversion set. I used a few leftovers from my master grade Sinanju, mostly just warning labels and stuff. Actually, it was all warning labels because, you know, I couldn't put a Sinanju serial number on Sazabi. That'd just be weird. But overall, the decals did pretty well. I did have a couple mess up, like that one right there on the chest. Let's see, there was a couple right there on the back skirt, but that's about it. I only had like 2 or 3 decals mess up on me. But overall, I think the decaling process went pretty smoothly. I was going to do some slight weathering on Sazabi, but the more I built the kit, the more I started to appreciate kind of the clean look of it, so I just panel lined it and didn't bother doing any weathering. Oh, and I also, I guess I kind of have to apologize, because a lot of you in my work in progress videos were commenting on how much you liked the glossy red finish on Sazabi, and I neglected to mention that I had planned all along to flat coat Sazabi in the final step. So sorry to all of you who liked the glossy red paint so much. Anyway, what else? One last thing I do want to show off. I'm going to wait for Sazabi to rotate around this way. Alright. I do want to do a comparison to the original Sazabi. Here's the cardboard cutout of the original master grade in roughly 1/100 scale. So as you can see, there are the proportions on the original master grade, and here are the proportions on the CoreWorks version. So as you can see, the proportions are a bit more exaggerated, a smaller head, larger shoulders. The chest is actually larger, but it seems smaller compared to these large shoulders. The front skirts are a bit longer, the lower leg armor is a bit wider. The CoreWorks conversion kit actually came with some ankle extensions, so Sazabi is actually about I don't know, half an inch, maybe an inch taller than the original master grade. And then he's got completely new feet, which are a bit longer. Plus he's got more weapons, obviously. So yeah, I think the proportions on the conversion kit are very similar to the proportions on the high grade Sazabi, which a lot of people seem to like a lot better than the master grade. So anyway, I think that is about everything I wanted to go over for this little video, showing off the final finished product of the CoreWorks Sazabi conversion kit. And I guess with that, you guys can look forward to work in progress on my next project. So with that, I will see you guys next time.